The human race has no chance of survival. An ominous prediction found in the bowels of a website meant for meat spanking. Hi again, guys, and unfortunately, you liked the last Rule 34 comments video a lot. So now I have to make another one, because while I did not like what was in that video, I did like the money it made me. Thankfully, I managed to make you guys do the hard work this time, as I asked for you to send me some god-awful Rule 34 comments on my alt Twitter, @QuiteBruh, and what I got sent was definitely god-awful. If you enjoy this video, there will be this big card at the end that you can click or tap to take you to the last one I made, rating these crimes against humanity. It would be really romantic of you to click that for me if you're 22 years of age and up. Also stream my song Cracker. Yeah, I can't watch this shit. 30 seconds in, and the crushing loneliness has already fully settled in. Gotta give this a pass. But props to the artist. Again, I am pleasantly surprised by how often these comments end up being kind-hearted. Like, this guy was watching something that simulated physical intimacy so well, it did not make him feel better, and instead made him feel even worse that he didn't have the real thing. But even through their pain, they recognized how much skill it would take to make that, and had the focus of mind to give the artist props on doing such a good job that they made them feel like shit. Also, I'd like to take some time to personally shout out Cordyceps. They were the person who originally sent me Rule 34 comments as being weird posts, meaning that all of this is their fault. Jokes aside, thanks for the banger idea, man, and also for contributing even more submissions to the cause this time around. Hey, nobody cares, but I'm about to eat some noodles. I hope y'all are having a good day, smiley face. I made the noodles and it's cooling off now, inverted smiley face. I'm eating them now, super happy face. Shit was ass. The sad part about this is that the guy was right. Nobody did care. Not a single person voted up any of the comments, and it makes me feel kind of bad for reading that. It's also tragic to read because you can see how excited they were to eat these noodles. Their emoticon usage got progressively happier with each message until they were let down from heaven because their noodles tasted like they'd been made using boiled piss. Fuck yeah, we're using my ginormous cock. Bend over, motherfricker. I'm about to crack your anus a new timeline. I guarantee this was Elon Musk's exact thought process when he offered to buy Twitter the other day. Yeah, you're gonna let me say more stupid shit on people's timelines, and you're gonna like it! Why are there gay ads on this? Ads are based on browsing history, Anon. You see, they didn't specify that it was gay porn ads, so I'd like to imagine it was just generally homosexual-related stuff. Like an LGBT specialist therapist just puts a posting up on some Rule 34 website. I mean, she just knew some of us poor fucks who would need help would be there. It's all just support group shit. Y'all ever just Cheese Grate's dick? Cheese Grate's dick sounds like a nickname a pirate would have. He's definitely like the lowest rung on the ladder and gets bullied for the way his willy looks and having the first name Richard. But at the end of the day, he's still part of the crew as family. She really spilled my guy's chicken nuggets on the floor. See, I'm really hoping this is literal, because anything said that's adult film related could be an innuendo, and on this site specifically, it could be an innuendo about the nichest fetish imaginable. Chicken nuggets could easily be referring to poo, and I don't really want to think about how you would spill someone else's on the floor. Anyways, that's all I got from Cordyceps today. Many thanks to the godparent of Rule 34 comment videos for their service. This really do be when come when. That was confusing, but that's because this is actually a choose-your-own-adventure prompt. You fill in the blank for what you think the cum would be doing when the cum went. Let me know your answers in the comments below. Bro, piss off. There's a new episode of Family Guy. It seems today that all you see is violence in movies and sex on TV. But where are those good old-fashioned values on which we used to rely? This is like those flash mobs you see in videos randomly bursting into musical theater in the middle of a mall, but instead it's on a porn website. That being said, this would definitely have been better if the last guy admitted the "on which we used to rely" and let a different commenter say that line. In my opinion, it would have made the thread tie together a lot neater. I am nothing if not a critic. Speaking of which, this is clearly an edit. Just look at how her underwear overlaps her hair, and her bra was drawn on somewhat sloppily too. There's a whole bit of boob that should be covered but isn't if it were an actual bra, and it overlaps her top as well. Ah, looks like we got the porn police over here. They have to check everyone's Rule 34 post to make sure it's all up to code. What, do you work at OSHA or some shit? I mean, I guess I shouldn't dunk on them too hard. This could be something they're very passionate about, and I probably wouldn't like somebody trying to step on me for my niche and socially unacceptable interest either. It is funny though, because that is far from the only critique of pictures posted to Rule 34 that I got sent. Alex, can you please stop posting with every tag? This ass is not gigantic. Bro's making sure the classifications are all correct. He does not want the search engine to get messed up. Also, weirdly, that post came from my Instagram DM request. I make it a point to not check those ever, but on this rare recent time that I did, I found one guy had sent me a treasure trove of comments. I want to thank them for all the content they sent me, which we will dive into shortly, but that being said, I won't be mentioning them by name because, bud, I am about to put you on blast a little bit. I don't know if it was intentional, but you kinda accidentally revealed to me what you're beating off to the most, my guy. Like, there are a lot of Persona 5 related comments in here. What's going on there? There's other patterns of search history they sent me, but I'm just busting your balls. Poor choice of words on my part, but if we're being realistic, it's not anything worse than what I've explicitly and publicly admitted to on the internet, so you're probably fine, and I'm just an asshole, per usual. That That beer has been drawn by someone who clearly only draws cum. Oh man, that is just a really funny line. A comedic observation like that takes like some thought. Good job, whoever you are, Anon. I like that. Also, imagining the artist out there whose experience with drawing fluids is exclusively sticky stuff is just really funny. They've gotten so good at it that they physically can't draw liquids in any other way. You are forever cursed to make water look a little too gooey. Blood is a little too ropey. Good God. Speaking of liquids, for this weekend until the 18th only, you can use code Kwite to get 30% off your G Fuel order. This stuff is really good, and I highly recommend getting hooked on it. She could probably knock someone out with boobs like those. I love how the implication of this one is kind of unclear, like her breasts could be so stunning that someone would faint at the sight of them, or the much more fun, literal option where they are an offensive weapon. She has like multiple fighting game combos that let her use her tits as blunt force trauma weapons. They're really hard to defend against because of their unconventional nature. Did you know? Pepsi Cola caused 5 deaths in 1995, not due to the drink, but because of a campaign. Thank you, Anon. Anon1 got hit by post-nut clarity so hard he started dropping facts. Yeah, I looked this up and it's actually worse. It turns out that the death count was at least 5 deaths. Pepsi Number Fever, or the 349 incident, was a promotion held by PepsiCo in the Philippines in 1992, which led to riots and the deaths of at least 5 people. It goes on to say that basically the bottle caps on Pepsi products for a time had a number on it, and if it was the right number, it could be redeemed for a grand prize. Because of a computer error, 800,000 bottle caps had the grand prize winning number 349 on them. And theoretically, they were worth up to $30 billion altogether. Basically, a fuck ton of people rushed the bottling plants trying to claim the reward, and instead Pepsi offered $18 a person for the mistake, which about 500,000 people accepted. But a separate fuck ton of people were still pissed off about it and started, I am not lying to you, the 349 Alliance. They boycotted Pepsi products and they protested outside of Pepsi and Philippine government offices, and it was mostly peaceful, but some people who were never identified threw grenades into a couple places that ended up getting people killed. I am just learning about all of this because of a Rule 34 comment. And hey, you know what? While we're on the topic of education, somebody was nice enough to explain the difference between AGPL and GPL. I don't know what either of those are, but this paragraph seems like a useful resource for the person who asked. The man behind your daughter. It's really frustrating when I find these genuinely funny. What was happening in the Five Nights at Freddy's image that this was taken from? I kind of want to know, but I also know I would regret finding out. Or would I? F off, poop stain. Vor does not traumatize young people. Are you, sure about that, man? You got a peer-reviewed study that looks into the effects of witnessing Vor at a young age? I know I stumbled across that shit on accident when I was way too young, and while I can't say that it fucked up my whole life from then on, I don't think knowing about it was doing me any favors. This next one has no real explanation. It's just, Mr. Beast is God in Spanish, according to Google Translate. And it's weirdly not the only religion I've seen someone try to promote on this website. The dude above me posted the introduction to the New Testament. My only question is, why would you do something like that in here? I mean, think about it. From their perspective, the folks who use this site probably need to hear the gospel the most. He's probably thinking about starting a unique tag to open a permanent Catholic chapter, and he'll just run a weekly virtual Sunday school and mass out of there. Help, I'm trapped in the back rooms and a demon wants to suck my dick. Hey, props to whoever suggested this one, because I think you knew exactly what you were doing. Giving me a chance to plug more of my music that I know you guys do not hate at all. Stream my song, The Backrooms, everywhere, or you will die. Asma found herself stuck on a wooden pole while her arms and legs receded into her body. A shiny green metal coat covered her as the new mailbox was left frozen in place. Damn, this is exactly how the living furniture must have felt in The Beauty and the Beast. A few of them probably discovered something new about themselves halfway into the transformation and thought, maybe this isn't such a curse after all. They were actively rooting for the Beast to stay a lonely bastard and never find love. I'm obsessed with eating buttholes and kissing balls. This one's funny to me because I specifically asked for god-awful comments, and this person, with their submission, included a reaction image saying this is literally just like them, for real. And like, same, but why are you admitting this on Twitter? You're not getting paid for it like I am. You're just getting put on blast for it by me, a hypocrite. Whoa, this image is so hot. Wait, my room is heating up. Wait, no, that's just the air. Why is the air getting so hot? Oh, wait, it's snowing. What? It's hot snow? That's, oh my god, is that a cum tsunami? Blub, 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 blub. 7.8 billion people dead. Of every hypothetical doomsday apocalypse event I've ever heard of, that's somehow not the most disgusting one. But hey, they are certainly trying to top that list. Someone popped a boner from me reading that comment for sure. Fuck, I want to be impregnated as her. Maybe with even more babies. Assuming you mean like her. Identity theft is a serious issue. Man, the feds have someone monitoring literally every corner of the internet. Nowhere is a safe haven. And just to be clear, I've come to learn that people on these type of websites rarely say something they don't mean, so they definitely want to do it as her. Why does his nut look like gum? What kind of gum are you chewing that looks like that? Gum with a C. Yet see, I just don't think that last guy is right, because nut and gum with AC are the same thing. I think the first guy really saw the nut in the drawing and was like, wait a second, that looks like the stuff I'm chewing on right now. What's going on? He was in genuine confusion and got no help with it. On this next one, I always love to see a collaborative effort, just a bunch of random folk coming together to put an entire McDonald's order into effect. Mark didn't die for this. And then Mark replies, I didn't die for this. That's gotta be as meta as this shit has gotten up till now. The guy the Rule 34 post was about shows up in the conversation to weigh in on the issue. If I was the original commenter, that would be such a fanboy moment for me. Seeing the person who you're writing a comment in dedication to reply to you and agree with what you said, that has to be a super validating feeling, I bet. I no longer want to live. In Roblox, he means. And me too. Which is why I'm wrapping this video up here. That card I mentioned should be on screen now. Like and subscribe with notifications on if you enjoyed. And if you guys want me to suffer even more, make sure this video does well. Share it. Remember, don't go after anyone I talked about today because that's cringe. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and I'm sick of this.